All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Kairu Gaming, and I just want to briefly talk about Critical Role's Campaign 4 and how excited I am for it. It comes out tomorrow, and seeing Brennan Lee Mulligan be the game master, and just seeing this West Marches on screen is extremely exciting to me. And I want to give a brief guess of what I feel like each character may be. I know we have some of them already out there, but I'm gonna take a guess on the rest to see how many I can get right here. But I'm seeing the artwork and everything else. I am super excited for it. But with that being said, we will start with Laura Bailey playing Thimble, a fairy rogue. Super excited to see what she does with this character. Her little tease video, she talked about just taking out anybody and ready to kill anything. So I think she could be running with the assassin subclass, maybe what she might be going for. And we'll have to see from there, obviously, what she ends up choosing. Next, we have Lewis playing Azun, which looks sick as always. I'm super excited to see Lewis again. I loved him in Calamity. His roleplay and everything else was fantastic. He's playing a human. Does not say what he is playing yet, or hasn't really been teased. He's been really secretive about everything. But I really feel like he might be going fighter and maybe an Eldritch Knight. I feel as though when you see the static or electricity or whatever that is coming from his hand and stuff like that, I just feel like he has some kind of magic in him. But I feel he may go more so with the fighter sub, and maybe the Eldritch Knight subclass for that one. Next, we have Robbie Damon looking great as ever playing Cadigan. I'm so glad Robbie is sticking around here. We all love Robbie. He's playing a human, and I think he's obviously going with the Ranger. I think he's going with the Beastmaster Ranger. To me, that is a pretty obvious one, but I'm really excited to see him and his companion and how well he utilizes his companions, because obviously we all saw Laura with Vexalia and Trinket and trying to figure out just using Trinket and forgetting about Trinket at times and everything else. So I'm excited to see how Robbie comes out with this and playing a Beastmaster with a companion. Next, we have a Bria playing an Orc Druid. Taisha, I believe the name was. I'm extremely excited to see what Abria's brings to the table. She said that she's playing a very motherly like figure, but is ready to take out another character that we'll be talking about later. But Abria always brings a special something to the table. Just adds another element to role playing. And she can sometimes be out there a little bit, but it's a lot of times in a good way. And she is we've seen her play serious when it comes to Calamity, and we've seen her play goofy. So I feel like you can get a very good mix and match with Abria, and I think we will get that with Taisha as well. Next, we have Taliesin Jaffe playing Bolaire, an elf warlock, and what we have learned is this mask on Bolaire is actually fused with him. He can't take it off. Something went wrong, I guess. I don't know. I'm super excited to see it. Taliesin always makes super sick characters, but apparently something went wrong with it and it's stuck on him and he's scared to take it off, or he can't take it off, or they don't know what's going to happen if he takes off the mask. So the mask stays on, but he is playing a warlock. I'm not sure what subclass he may be going with. Obviously, you see that he has like an invisible uh, rapier, so Pack of the Tombs maybe. I'm not really sure, but really excited to see where he takes this character. Taliesin could be Taliesin. He's fantastic. He's one of the best players in my book. Next, we have Ashley Johnson playing Valis, a drow. classes to be determined, but I personally think that Ashley might be playing Monk, and I know everybody's saying Cleric because she has the can't think of the term, my bad, but very clericy vibe with it. But I think she's going to use it as the whip. Obviously, she says she uses the whip, but I think she's going to run with a monk personally, and that's just going to be her weapon of choice. And I think she's going to be sick, and I think she's going to really enjoy this character. I think Yasha was one of her best characters next to Fern. Fern was chaotic, and I loved it, but Yasha seemed to have a lot of fun with that up close and personal feel, and I think that she is going to do that yet again with Valis with playing a monk. With that being said, we have Matthew Mercer coming to the table as a player character, playing Sir Julian, a human to be determined. We don't know yet. I just heard that he is a complete jackass, basically. I've heard that, watching the video clips, that he is not a character you're going to get along with. But that's where character growth comes in. Maybe at first you're not a fan of him. Maybe at first other characters are not a fan of him. But as time goes on, characters grow. I'm excited to see where Matthew takes this, and just seeing him be able to express himself as in this character in his way that he wants to portray it. Extremely excited for that. Next, we have, oh, sorry. Well, I think he's going to play. I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's kind of a tricky one. Maybe a swashbuckler type character somewhere there, but we will have to see. I will go with swashbuckler. For Whitney Moore Tyranny, she is playing a demon, not a tiefling, a demon, fresh in this world. I was extremely excited to see her portrayal. We don't really know a whole lot about Whitney. I personally don't, anyways, but I heard she's very chaotic, but fresh in this world is what she said. So she's exploring this world brand new like the rest of us. Class wise, maybe sorcerer, or possibly maybe this is where the monk is. I could see Tyranny being possibly a monk. That'd be really sick. But yeah, she's a demon. It'll be exciting to see what kind of, if they just kind of reskin Tiefling, or if they gave this demon a new species features and everything else, which I'm sure they have, because I know they said they will be homebrewing things. So I think maybe this is where we see some of that homebrew. Next, we have Liam O'Brien playing the Londale Fang Orc Bard, which obviously we know that he is playing the brother of the Fang that is currently imprisoned and sentenced to death, I believe, is the premise of the at least start of this. I'm so glad to see Liam O'Brien play as Bard. We're going to see maybe a College of Lore or College of Spirit Theatric. I'm trying to remember the subclass exactly it is, but there is one that's very theatrical, and I think that fits Liam O'Brien very well, and think he will absolutely nail this character. Liam, always playing with the family elements as well. Really excited for that. Mercer Ray playing Murray, dwarf. Not really sure what this dwarf is. Maybe she's a jeweler, and maybe a divinaire wizard. Maybe wizard. We have our first wizard here with Marisha. I think she's always enjoys cast characters with magic, and I think seeing her play a wizard would be a lot of fun, actually. So I'm gonna go wizard for Murray. Sam Rigo playing Wickander, a human. This one's kind of tricky to me. I'm not sure if this is where the cleric is. Going cleric is kind of tough. So maybe this is the sorcerer, and maybe Ashley is actually a cleric. But I believe that Sam may be playing a sorcerer or cleric here. Just with the his little staff that he has. It's giving somewhat of a cleric a vibe or sorcerer vibe. Sam loves magic, so no matter what, he's gonna have magic involved. But you know what? I think I'm gonna go. I am going to go cleric for no sorcerer. My bad. I'm gonna go with sorcerer for Sam. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go with Lewis. I'm going to go. He's actually playing some kind of cleric. I think that's where we get our cleric at in this party. For Alexander Ward Octus, I am super excited to see how he plays Octus and these little familiars, these foxes. They look fantastic. Those plushies are going to be amazing. We know they're going to make plushies for these. And Octus, I think, is going to be playing the Unearth Arcana Artificer. I believe it's going to be the Reanimator. Basically, their Necromancer version for the Artificer. I think he's bringing back these familiars to life and animating things and everything else. And I think that fits Alex Ward. And that's what I think. Artificer for Octus. And then, of course, Travis Willingham playing Tor, right? I don't know. I'm going to get some of these wrong till I officially see and hear the names in the game and it gets stuck in my brain. He is playing a Linefolk, a Paladin. Really excited to see the Paladin cleric dynamic and everything going on in this world due to the fact that there are no gods. They have perished because of, the uprising and everything else. So really excited to see how they portray their characters in this world that is fresh out of gods. Other than that, I am super excited to see this campaign starts tomorrow night. They will be starting with the full party together with the introductions and everything else. And I believe they have like 3 or 4 episodes pre-recorded already with the full party together, the full 13, and then it breaks away. And before they do break away, I do think that we may see the breakaway. I think they've teased it already. Personally, I feel if you look at the colors, like Travis's character, Alex's character, and a couple other Robbie's character, they all have a darker purplish tone to them. I think that's one table. If you look at the other characters like Liam O'Brien's and Abria's and Talison's, they all have like these red tones going on. So I think that's hinting that they're going to be the next initial table. And the others have like this turquoise greenish tones to them, or hiding, like Marisha within. If you look at her, the inside part of her top and stuff, it has that same tone as Sam Regal and Tyranny and stuff like that. And I think that's hinting towards their own table. But we shall see tomorrow. It's, less than 24 hours. So super excited to see how this all works out. And we will get back to this as soon as that first episode airs. We will do a follow-up of this and see talk about what each character actually is playing, who I instantly fell for and who I'm not too sure on. I'll kind of give a rating of my characters on who I like the most at the start and who I'm less excited for. So till next time, peace.